Are you looking for a great career with both stability and job satisfaction? Manufacturing jobs pay well, have good benefits, offer educational development, and allow you to provide well for you and your family. With so many manufacturing companies right here in the inland Southern California region, there's no reason to commute elsewhere. Now is an ideal time for you to become part of this booming industry and begin a career path with a bright future. Let's meet some makers to see how successful career transformations in the manufacturing industry are happening to people just like you.
My name is Maria Burkle. I am a production supervisor and I work at TC Transcontinental, and my main task is to make sure people are placed in the right job, in the right position to do the right tasks, making sure we have enough people, making sure we're following the schedule that it's provided every day, and it changes. So I graduated high school in Venezuela, and then from there I started community college as general engineering in Iowa, and then I transferred to Iowa State, which is when I chose industrial engineering. So that allows me to have continuous improvement ideas, and I would say you do need training with the equipment out there, the actual production, so what material we're using and what's the process, but also need to understand people. I always like to watch videos on like the Discovery Channel on how they behind the scenes. And then in high school I did go to a couple factories. I didn't know until I was in community college that I wanted to do industrial engineering. So I would say most of the time I go home fulfilled, but there is that 20% of the time that I am stressed. I also want to do my master's and my MBA, and I want to do Lean Six Sigma training so I can be green belt. So I am looking forward to more training, yes.
My name is Ernesto. I'm a process support lead at Sabre Corporation. I mostly train the operators, and right now I'm focusing a lot with automation because we're putting a new phase in our plant with automation. Well, the challenges I do run into every day would be working with the people. You know, they need assistance, and you've been working with the company for quite a long time. So, you know, they expect you to know the answers to all the questions. You know, and that's when the company saw that I could be somebody that they could work with, and I could be trusted with a certain position. A lot of the training that I've done here, like ULE training, manager training, supervisor training on how to, you know, deal with certain things in the plant. I would say to young people, just work hard and get your education, and that's, you know, key in the manufacturing, you know, if you want to grow and move up.
My name is Noelle Silva Tinoco, and I'm the Quality Assurance Manager at Microdyne Plastics Incorporated. I would say one thing about working in manufacturing is that no 2 days are ever the same. So as Quality Assurance Manager, I'm responsible for making sure that the things that we produce meet our customer specifications. So anytime we're falling short of that, whether because of mechanical failures, raw material issues, anything like that, those are all the things that fall into my lap. I was working in education the first few years after I graduated. I started as a temp receptionist at a manufacturing company in Rancho Cucamonga, and then I started doing document control for them, and I worked my way up the quality ladder from there. I remember going to take your daughter to work day with my dad. He was working at a place that made heat shrink tubing, so I think that was my first experience in a factory. Some days I leave here exhausted and I want to pull my hair out. Some days I leave here feeling like I've accomplished so much, and I feel a kind of peace from that.
My name is Carla Gonzalez. I'm a parts room attendant at Sabre Corporation in Riverside, California. We do the plastic containers for food. I have been working here for about 2 years now. I was hired on as a full-time part room attendant. I did grow up with both of my parents in the manufacturing industry, so I think that was the first of me ever hearing about manufacturing. I had to find a job for myself, so that was one of the first things that I thought, oh, maybe I can do something like my parents would do. For me, it's unique because I'm a girl, and not a lot of girls know all about motors and bearings and all of that type of stuff. I didn't know what a wing nut was when I started here. I do take pride on the material that we work with. And like I said, even though I'm in the background and I'm just handing a spare part, I know that I'm helping in the end. And I was surprised with how quickly my pay was elevated from the beginning. People thinking that manufacturing pay is low is not very accurate. I think it's a perfect opportunity. I am definitely proud of what we do.
My name is Omar Del Toro. I am a building supervisor for Crown Technical Systems in Fontana, California. I interviewed 3 times, and on my final interview with our operations manager, he offered me a different position based on my background. I just told him to give me a shot. Let me show you what I can do. They offered me the lead position, and I took it. And a year later, I got promoted to building supervisor. I help manage around 50 employees on the floor. My main priority is, number one, is the safety of my employees. I make sure that they have everything they need in order to complete and be productive for the day. Growing up, my father, he's a mechanical engineer by trade. And he always taught us one thing: if you can learn how to fix it yourself. The amount of effort and work that it takes in order to put one of these structures together and finalize the product, watching it leave on the truck, is probably the most surprising thing that I've come across here. The whole idea of what this company makes is unique in itself. I mean, they're all buildings that we make custom to order. I mean, this is literally, you want it this way, we make it that way. So your way, right away, however you want to put it. So that's that in itself is unique for me. Everything is so fascinating. I'm a kid in a candy store here, so I go home pretty happy, tired, but very happy.
I'm Brittany Bovenkamp. I'm a metallurgical engineer at California Steel Industries. Most of what I do is reviewing material after it's been produced. So if there were any issues during production, we look at the various attributes of the material, so thickness, width, any temperature issues, and then decide from there if the material will make its original order or if it needs to be applied to another order. Really, when I was at school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I knew that I liked math and I liked science. My geometry teacher, my freshman year, and he was like, you know, you should be an engineer. And he was my favorite teacher, and so I just kind of took that to heart. So my degree is actually in metallurgical engineering, which is super specific and random, but I actually do exactly what I went to school for. Pretty much right out of school, I had a job, which was awesome. I think what I love most about my job is the people that I work with. I also think that a lot of people don't know how high paying manufacturing jobs can be. I think it's an awesome job and I have a lot of fun at work every day, but I really enjoy manufacturing, so I think I'll be here for a while.
My name is Cristobal Sanchez and I operate a blown film extruder here at CC Transcontinental. It's a machine that basically transforms resin, plastic resin, into blown film sheeting. I run the biggest line here, the youngest in my shift, and it's just an awesome machine to operate. Actually, I started at this other company, smaller company, but it was a similar process. I started operating little machines. I would always see that big machine there, and always to learn that big machine, and I did. I went to high school, I graduated, and then you actually find good jobs in manufacturing that pay well. So I found this job that was indoors. Even though it was hot, it was not the same as being exposed to the sun. I have a family. I have 2 girls and I had them young, so it helped me provide for my family. In the plastic industry, if you have experience, you know, and you're willing to work, you can get up there.
My name is Kenneth Nguyen, Operations Manager for Sabre at our Riverside facility. I'm responsible for the whole entire team here that does value-adding activities. So we essentially make packaging material for customers that food goes into. We have a long list of customers. So during the week, most of my day is interfacing with the employees on the production floor. So manufacturing, it's a place where you can really be creative, where you can really apply not just what you learn, but continue to learn so you can do things better. I love the auto shop in our high school. And that really helps me understand the workings mechanically. I see a big area right now, it's automation, the repetitive motion that really at the end doesn't add a lot of value. I do want to make sure that I learn as much as I can during this process and to be able to support our company or organization in the next step of automation, which is potentially going through into the warehouse as well. You know, every day is a new day, new experience.
My name is Alfredo Quintero. I'm the panel manager as well as the switchgear manager, and I work at Crown Technical Systems. We're manufacturing a control panel, we're manufacturing enclosure, a building, we're manufacturing a switchgear. What I really like about my job is just the sense of accomplishment that you feel. My background is I went to high school, graduated from high school, so I went straight into a regular warehouse job. So I decided to do a vocational school, which is only a year. You get a certificate, and then from there you can start an apprentice program. They hired me at a base level, at the start level. In 3 months, they made me a lead of that department itself. And then from there, a year later, they asked me if I wanted to move over to another department, which is the wiring. And that's when they offered me the supervisor role. So it was always the mindset of moving up, moving up, moving up. If you don't want to go to school, you also have the option of just being a line worker in manufacturing, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to move up or grow. You could definitely do it. I want to keep moving up, and whatever opportunity comes in front of me, I'm willing to take it. That's just my goal, is just continue to move up the ladder.
Working in the manufacturing industry is a good choice for recent graduates, people looking to expand their work experience, or for those who want to transition into a new industry. There are many entry-level opportunities, and some companies have registered apprenticeship programs that combine on-the-job and instruction-based learning. If you're looking to start a career instead of taking just another job, consider a manufacturing career in the Inland Empire. Visit ie-mfg.com for more information on local manufacturing careers.